Hi, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. Jason here. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite Omega timepieces, so stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. So as you're looking through the website, you're going to see a lot of different iterations of the Omega Seamaster. It is a very iconic model in their line. And today I'm going to be talking about this specific one right here. And I think it is one of my favorites after looking through all the selections that we do have, because I think Omega did a really great job with this specific timepiece. So with this one right here, you do have that beautiful and really crisp, clean, elegant white dial, which I think pairs really nicely, especially with that black ceramic bezel that they added on here. And I do love the addition of the ceramic on the bezel because, of course, with this being kind of like a sports watch, you do want it to be very durable, something that's going to hold up really well. And with that ceramic on the bezel, I think it's going to hold up really nicely versus an aluminum bezel insert. Now, if you take a really close look, I do love the way that Omega does their dials, especially on this specific one here. You do have the laser engraved waved pattern on this dial, which I think adds a really nice definition, adds a little bit of character to the watch itself. And of course, I love the looms and especially the skeleton hands that they've applied on here. I think it just gives it a really clean look. I think they did a lot of design factors, a lot of changes that you would have normally seen on like the traditional Omega Seamasters. So I do really like that they went with the white iteration. I think it's just a really overall clean look, especially with the Omega logo and the red Seamaster logo that just adds just a little bit of pop to the dial itself. Another great thing is you do have this beautiful stainless steel bracelet with the folding clasp. And of course you do have your diver's extension right here. So you do just have that button where you can click push and you can adjust it in and out to fit over your wetsuit. Or if this is just something that you want to go ahead and adjust the size just very quickly. You do have a sapphire crystal on here with Omega's really great coaxial movement in this timepiece, so it's fantastic. Of course, you have a 300-meter rating on this, which is about 1,000 feet. So if you are a diver or you just love water sports, this is a fantastic timepiece for you. Of course, you have that iconic Helium escape valve at the 10 o'clock. So anytime you look at a Seamaster, that's something that you're always going to notice is that beautiful overall design that they've added on here. I also do like the scalloping that they added on the bezel. I think it adds a really nice texture to the watch itself rather than just doing like a plain bezel smooth style or even like almost like even like a fluted bezel style. But I do like how they added that kind of scallop look. It does make it a little bit easier to hold on and grasp onto the bezel itself. And of course, any timepiece that has the exhibition case back, I'm always a sucker for because I just love seeing the movement of an automatic timepiece, just seeing how everything runs with all the jewels and everything on the inside. I think it's just fantastic that they've added this on here. So as you are looking through the website, there are a lot of iterations of the Omega Seamaster Diver, and this one is just one of my favorites, especially with the current models that they've added. I think this is one of my all-time favorites that Omega has released in the current years. So check this one out here at SwissWatchExpo.com and leave a comment down below. What is your favorite iteration of the Omega Seamaster Diver? I think this one is one I'm going to add to my collection pretty soon.